Attention viewer, you are watching the world's biggest monster truck diecast YouTube channel. This is Monster Jam OCD.
Well, hello Monster Jam fans, and welcome back to another Monster Jam OCD review video. Today we are taking a look at something quite special, and I want to thank my friends in the Philippines, Lee Manster PH or JC Lima and his son, for sending this prototype in for review. They have helped me get this truck, and it's actually one of very few sample products that were created for the El Toro Loco 5-pack. Obviously, today we're going to be talking about that retro El Toro Loco, but before we actually look at that truck and get into the deep dive of it, here are the previous two quote-unquote 2001 Retro Rebel El Toro Locos. This one right here is obviously from the El Toro Loco 5-pack. However, we all know that this was not how El Toro Loco looked in 2001. This is just the 2021 edition on a retro style chassis, essentially, with the retro tires and the CRD rear engine. So this is the 2021 called 2001 El Toro Loco, and this one right here I just reviewed in series 21 as the Retro Rebel for this year. Originally this was supposed to be, actually I believe, the 2001 edition of El Toro Loco with the front engine. As you can see, it still has that front engine, but instead they decided to change the body back to the 2021 edition of El Toro Loco, but add the 2001 horns, which are white and red. So it's not in any way, shape, or form an actual El Toro Loco that ever ran, nor is it the 2001 El Toro Loco that they showed on the rendering with the gold tooth and all that. But today we do have a chance to look back at what they originally planned to do for the El Toro Loco 5-pack, not the Retro Rebel singles, and that is with this prototype. So thank you again to my friends in the Philippines and my friend Vincent, who shipped it from them in Canada. So two people who helped me get this. And here it is today on screen, the prototype or FEP sample of the El Toro Loco Evolution 5-pack edition of 2001 El Toro Loco. And looking at this compared to this, and looking at this compared to this, man, is that quite a difference. And it literally is two things that make the huge difference. It is a logo placement of both of these and the flame pattern being terminated at the cheek. Literally, those two things that made the biggest difference in the world. And, you know, I really am upset that they didn't manage to just produce this one, because it still is actually not completely accurate to the real-life red El Toro Loco of 2001 through 2004. But it is orange still. If you can notice, the paint's color is the same, but it still creates this idea of it being a retro truck with the logo placement. If they just kept it this way, I really don't think it would have taken away from the pack. And had they just released it in the singles pack this way, without the gold tooth, without the front engine, I still think it would be much better than this, just to say they did it at some point. However, with all this said and done and kind of in the history books, I do think they have a unique opportunity to not only do this El Toro Loco in the future, but do it much better than they originally planned to do. The biggest thing about this truck is that it needs these horns, the logo placement, and the gold tooth. But it also needs, now that we can see the prototype here, it also needs to be red. It is still orange in the original sample. The red color is more of a red-orange, not a pure red, but not a super bright orange either. It is a mid-tone. Most people know what it looks like. There was a Hot Wheels release, which I'll put on screen here, that had it pretty much perfect in the paint color world. And it's definitely something Spin Master should redo, because now there's an angry community of people who got snubbed an El Toro Loco Retro twice in 1 year, and they're not very happy with me, and neither are they very happy with Spin for it. So with that said, the few things that I think they should do, and there's a few things that the community also has pushed to do for a retro El Toro Loco, there only needs to be one, is to maintain these white and red horns. So these are correct on here. As you can see, the white and red horns are perfect. The logo placement is pretty close to the real life truck, and the Monster Jam logo can be moved back over to the tailgate area, because this is actually part of the 2001 edition, where they had the wrenchhead.com logo originally and the USHRA badge here. This could go back here, no big deal. The flame pattern is pretty good here. I don't think there's any issue there. The cheek being unpainted is correct. The gold tooth needs to be added back on. And then the tailgate here, there is a way they can do a couple El Toro Loco retros in one. If they do the gold tooth, the white and red horns, the logo placement here, and the 2004 championship tailgate, which I'll put on screen, that would be the perfect El Toro Loco retro. We won't need another one if they really don't want to do any more. There could be one and done if they do the retro tailgate. They do this side panel with the Monster Jam logo here, gold tooth, same horns, red paint color, and the hood flames, which are actually cartoony on the original truck. I'll show a picture of that as well. They are cartoon flames on the hood, but the sides are actual realistic flames. So anyway, that's the rundown of what a perfect retro Toro Loco would look like. And as far as chassis-wise, they could keep it on the rear engine. They could do it on the front engine. I don't care which one. I know there are sticklers for detail, again, specifically with which chassis to use. I would actually love to see them do kind of a mashup of each truck, do the El Toro Loco body the way I just said and put on the retro or the front engine chassis. I think it would work either way. But there definitely needs to be a retro El Toro Loco properly done in the future. This truck, for what it is, just a sample product, again, never produced, but actually this is the original sample. I think it looks pretty close to how I would have imagined this to be. Paint color-wise, still not perfect, missing a couple details and a couple tweaks that could have been done. But I love this sample, and I kind of wanted to do a review of it, but there's not much to talk about besides what should be done in the future. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of look at what could have been for the 5-pack and what still could be in the future with these corrections placed onto this truck for future release. But of course, it's your guys' opinion and your guys' push for things that get things done. It's not just my opinion and my private suggestions. So in the comments, please let us know if they should redo the red El Toro Loco at some point, whether it's in a doubles pack, a singles pack, a 5-pack, I don't care where it comes from. I think just one time in the history of this truck, which is a huge, important presence in Monster Jam history, should receive its retro truck. And with those suggestions, corrections, and different things, I think they could really nail this truck one time at least in the history of Spin Master Monster Jam and call it a done deal. Put this thing to rest and just kind of close the chapter on it. But for now, we have the idea of what it could have been. We have the ideas of what they compromised with, and hopefully in the future, in the middle of all of it, we'll see a final product that is correct. But until then, for now, we are stuck with the 2 releases of this year, which are these ones. And thanks again to my friends in the Philippines for helping me preserve history with this FEP sample El Toro Loco 5-pack truck. I will see you guys next time when I review another FEP sample, thanks to them again in the Philippines, of the Spectre Gravedigger, the original plan for Spectre series. We'll check that out next time, and I will see you guys in the next video. This is Ryan or Monster Jam OCD, signing out.